Hi everyone! We're gonna learn about topic 2.5 which is cepatnya, sekejap. Let me go back. Which is 2.5 broadband internet connection. Okay, now let's play the video. Your learning outcomes. So in this subtopic, what you need to know is to describe 3 different types of broadband internet connection, which is ada dual, wired and also wireless. Okay, for the sake of your understanding, I would like to talk about 2 types of internet connection, which is the first one in your syllabus, broadband connection. It is a high-speed one, and also a dial-up connection, which is a low-speed one. Okay, you don't have this in your syllabus, but I think it's good to know, although we didn't really use it nowadays. Okay, so sebenarnya apa dial-up connection ni? Apa kata kita suruh Siti explain kat kita? Siti, can you please explain to us what is dial-up connection?
Access to the internet begins with a computer linked to the telephone lines through a device called a modem. Special software is needed to convert computer files into the type of signals that can travel through telephone wires. The signals are then launched into the phone lines through the modem. The phone lines lead to an internet service provider or a commercial online service, which act as a conduit to the internet.
Okay, this second video shows you how to use the dial-up connection. First, you have to dial up the line that you want to use. So, you akan dengar bunyi macam ni lah. Okay? Alright, so you need to wait a bit for you to use the browser. Okay, we're done with dial-up connection. So, sekarang nak minta Ali lah. Ali, can you please explain to us what broadband connection is?
Basically, broadband is kind of like a catch-all term that handles every kind of internet connection that is not dial-up and that is steady and constant. It was basically a way for internet providers to differentiate between dial-up, back when dial-up was popular, and the newer DSL, cable, Fios, all kinds of, newer networks that are just always on, always connected, and much faster than dial-up. That's all it means. Basically a way to describe how broad the band is that the data is being transferred on to your house or office. What made broadband so amazing was for the first time you can use your computer, and if somebody picks up the phone, it doesn't ruin your connection. Also, you can leave your computer on all night to download files, and the files get to your computer much faster. It also enables usages like online gaming or video streaming or video conferencing, which you really couldn't do before. So all in all, broadband was a great advancement, and it really made the internet what it is today.
Okay, thank you Ali. So in your syllabus, we're just gonna focus on 7 different types of broadband connection, which is the first one is DSL, cable internet service, FTTP, fixed wireless, cellular radio network, Wi-Fi, and satellite internet service. Okay, now let's take a look at the difference between dial-up and broadband connection. So in terms of speed, broadband connection is higher speed compared to dial-up connection. In terms of connections, for the broadband connection, we use a lot of different things like standard copper telephone line, television line, fiber optic cable, broadcast radio signal, and etc. Okay, as for the dial-up connection, we use a standard telephone line and also dial-up modem to connect to the internet. So for the dial-up connections, when you use the internet, people cannot call to you and you cannot make a call because you are using the standard telephone line. Okay, now let's take a look at the different types of broadband internet connections. So in general, you have two, wired and wireless. So for the wired, we have cable internet service, DSL, and FTTP. As for the wireless, we have Wi-Fi, mobile broadband, fixed wireless, and also satellite internet service. Let's now take a look at the advantages of using a broadband internet connection. Obviously, the first point is you can have a high-speed data transfer rate. And this also enables you to transfer a large amount of data. Next point is it also enables multiple users to connect simultaneously to share connections, and obviously it's 10 to 20 times faster than dial-up because you don't need to dial numbers to connect to the internet. And internet access is 24/7 to ensure users are always connected to the internet. And again, is enabled to download and upload. Okay, ni point yang sama dengan atas. Okay. Right, next point is for you to, gaming. It's allow real-time gaming access. And also, phone line can be used for calling and internet simultaneously, unlike with the dial-up connection. Okay, now let's see disadvantages of using broadband internet connection. So first point is, it's a high monthly fee compared to dial-up internet connection. And second point is, it have a higher security risk than dial-up connection. Therefore, you need a personal firewall to protect your computer. And also, some services of broadband internet connection like DSL may not be available in rural areas because not all phone wires are equipped with DSL. And it's same with the cable TV networks. Some areas may not also be able to use these services. Okay, now let's us take a look at the first type of broadband internet connection, which is digital subscriber line, DSL. So what is DSL? DSL provides a high-speed internet connection through the standard copper telephone line via a DSL modem. So the transmission media is standard copper telephone lines, which is usually a type of twisted pair cable, and the communication device involved is DSL modem. Okay, why not let's us ask Abu to explain about DSL to us. Abu, please explain DSL to us.
DSL stands for Digital Subscriber Line. DSL is another popular technology that is used by homes and businesses to access broadband data over the internet. DSL can carry both voice and data at the same time over phone lines. It has a DSL modem like this one here that uses common telephone lines to carry its data. And because DSL uses phone lines, you don't want to confuse DSL with the older and painfully slow dial-up connection, which also uses phone lines. DSL is a high-speed connection that is much faster than the ancient dial-up connections. And with DSL, you can go on the internet and talk on a phone at the same time, unlike a dial-up connection where you can only do one at a time. Now, DSL is not as fast as cable, but it is cheaper. And also with DSL, you don't have to share bandwidth with your neighborhood like cable does. Everyone using DSL has their own dedicated connection. It's not a shared line. And DSL is more widely available than cable because it uses common telephone lines, which are nearly everywhere. Now, the speed of DSL can vary depending on where you live. But on an average, they offer download speeds anywhere from 5 megabits per second up to 100 megabits per second. And just like cable, when you order DSL through a provider, they will also send you a DSL modem Wi-Fi router combo. But instead of attaching a coaxial cable, you would plug a typical phone line with a phone jack to the back of a DSL modem.
Now let's move on to advantages of DSL. So one of the advantages of DSL is the connection transmits over telephone lines but does not tie up the line, meaning that you can talk on the phone and send data at the same time. Second advantage of using DSL is the connection is always on, meaning that you don't have to make a dial up and you can save your time. And the last advantage of using DSL is the download speed is high. Therefore, you can obtain large amount of data such as video, music, and etc. How about disadvantages of DSL? So one of the disadvantages is access speed degrade with distance. The further away you are from the telephone center switching office, the slower your connection is. High cost. So the fee for DSL is slightly higher compared to the dial-up. And also, DSL services may not be available in some areas. Okay, let's now move on to the second type of broadband internet connection, which is cable internet service. So for the cable internet service, it provides a high-speed internet connection through the cable television via a cable modem. So the transmission media involved is cable television line, which is a coaxial cable, and the communication device is a cable modem. Let's call Abu for help again. Abu, explain to us about cable internet service, please.
Now, cable internet is a high-speed access technology that uses a cable modem with an attached coaxial cable which provides a link to the internet service provider. Broadband cable is typically provided by the same provider that provides cable television to their customers. And because it's provided by cable television providers, broadband cable leverages the existing infrastructure from cable TV to cover large geographical areas, especially here in the United States. Today, if you want broadband cable, your provider offers different packages that vary in speed. So for example, I use broadband cable from Xfinity, and they offer download speeds anywhere from 25 megabits per second all the way up to 400 megabits per second. So if you were to order cable internet for your home, your cable internet provider would send you a modem, or typically they would send you a modem with a Wi-Fi router combo, which is often referred to as a gateway. And this device would be a modem with a built-in switch and Wi-Fi router all in one. So when you receive this modem from your ISP, you would attach a coaxial cable that's routed into your home, and then you would attach it to the back of the device. The modem is what brings the internet into your home, and the switch and the Wi-Fi router is so that you can connect multiple wired and wireless devices such as computers, laptops, tablets to the modem to give them internet access. And that's basically it. Now, cable does have a downside, and that's because you, along with the other homes in your neighborhood, will all have to share a pool of bandwidth that's been provided by your cable provider in your area. So what that basically means is that during peak hours of surfing the internet or streaming or downloading, you may experience a slowdown in your internet speed, and that's because the people in your neighborhood are all using the internet bandwidth.
Okay, let's now talk about the advantages of using cable internet service. Just like DSL, cable internet service connection is always on, so you don't have to make a dial-up. And also, in terms of the download speed, it is high, meaning that you can obtain a large amount of data such as video, music, and etc. So, how about disadvantages of using a cable internet service? So, cable internet service can slow down during peak times because of the increase of users. Now let's move on to the next type of broadband connection, which is FTTP, or also known as fiber to the premises. So FTTP provides high-speed internet connection through the fiber optic cable via a modem from central office to premises like house and building. So the transmission media is fiber optic cable, communication device is a modem. Let's ask a final help from Abu again. Abu, can you please explain to us about the FTTP?
And finally, there's fiber internet. Fiber offers the fastest internet speeds available today. It has download and upload speeds of 1,000 megabits per second, so it's very fast. And the reason why it's so fast is because it uses light to send data running through fiber optic cable. And fiber optic cable is what's already used as the backbone of the internet. And in addition to the benefit of the faster speed, fiber can also travel much longer distances than DSL or cable. And this is because DSL and cable transmit data using electricity over copper cable. And signals in a copper cable can be affected by electromagnetic interference as it travels, which can weaken the signal, especially over a long distance. But fiber uses light to transmit its data, and it transmits it over a thin glass cable, which makes it less vulnerable to interference. So as you might have guessed, fiber is more expensive than DSL or cable. And fiber is relatively new compared to DSL or cable. The infrastructure is not there yet, so fiber may not be available in many locations.
Okay, let's now talk about the advantages of using FTTP. So, in FTTP, fiber optic cables are able to carry much more data than copper cables, and it can also carry data at high speed over long distance up to 10 kilometers. But how about the disadvantages of FTTP? So, because it uses fiber optic cable, therefore the cost is higher in terms of maintenance, service, and equipment. And it is also fragile because it's used glass to produce signals. Let's now take a look at the next type of broadband connection, which is fixed wireless. So fixed wireless provides a high-speed internet connection using a D-shaped antenna on a building, house or business to communicate with the tower location via radio signals. So the transmission media is a radio signal and the communication device is a D-shaped antenna. Okay, let us watch a commercial to further understand about the fixed wireless.
Why is Pentanet the right choice for your home or business? Fixed wireless is a reliable, high-speed internet delivery method that bypasses traditional copper lines in the ground. The service utilises a small external antenna installed on the roof of your home or business to link you to a fibre-connected tower in your area. For the best quality connection, there needs to be a clear line of sight to the transmission tower from the antenna we install on the roof. Obstructions such as trees, buildings and terrain may prevent a customer from being able to connect to our network. Pentanet's fixed wireless is a private network and only available to Pentanet customers. There is only a certain amount of capacity on each tower. This means a high quality of service and low amount of contention. The technology used is now able to provide speeds faster than fibre to the home connections and lower latency than traditional wireless, and is steadily increasing in speed as the technology grows. To find out if Pentanet's fixed wireless is available at your premises, please head to our website to check your address.
Next is cellular radio network. Cellular radio network provides a high-speed internet connection using radio signals to computers and devices with built-in compatible technology like 3G, 4G, 5G, or a wireless modem. So the transmission media is radio signal and the communication device is wireless modems or built-in compatible technology like 3G, 4G, or 5G. And the second last, we have wireless fidelity, or also known as Wi-Fi, the most common among you. So Wi-Fi provides a high-speed internet connections using radio signals to computers and devices with built-in Wi-Fi capability or a wireless modem. So the transmission media is radio signals. The communication device can be wireless adapter card, wireless access point, wireless modem, or built-in Wi-Fi capability. The last one, we have satellite internet service. So satellite internet service provides a high-speed internet connection via a satellite to a satellite dish that communicates with the satellite modems. So transmission media, we have satellite, and communication device, we have satellite modem. And that's all for our lecture for 2.5. And till next time, bye-bye.